Patricia now looks to the inside of Panetta for fifth. Up front, it's the Bulldogs stretching it out down the back straightaway on Ryan Menninga. Haygood now moves by Deaver for third. Patricia stuck in sixth behind Panetta. Up front, Gianetto continues to stretch it out on Menninga, who also has a fairly sizable lead on the number 1H of Nick Haygood. Deaver runs fourth. As we say, going 12 laps in this one, 3 laps down, going 12 laps. Gianetto continues to stretch it out. Gianetto running right through the middle of the racetrack. Menninga follows in second. Haygood third, stretching it out now, and Tim Deaver back in fourth. Patrician has moved to fifth past Panetta. Higday runs sixth. Higday runs seventh, currently Drayling in eighth. Wilson in ninth, then rounding out the top 10, that's Kent Winters at 23W machine. Now Joe Beaver moves to the inside of Winters, a good battle for the 10th position back there. Beaver goes by on the inside, Beaver got 10th, Winters to 11th. Up front, your leaders in lap traffic now as Gianetto works by Martinez into turn number 3, Menninga follows by. Your leader in heavy traffic working around the middle of the racetrack. That time by, halfway home, 6 down, 6 to go. We see Nick Haygood getting over the cushion in turn number 2. Getting right up next to the fence. Haygood currently running in the third position, trying to chase down Ryan Menninga for that second and final transfer position. Gianetto continues to work lap traffic, stretching the advantage now on Menninga for first. And Nick Haygood in third, trying to work through the lap traffic has allowed Jeff Matrician to close for third. Your leader's got clean air for the next lap or so. Menninga continues to work on the lap car of Ben Rutan. Rutan in the 23, Menninga in the 54. Menninga struggling to get by Rutan has allowed Nick Haygood and Jeff Matrician to close slightly. Menninga now clears Rutan for second position. Haygood continues to run third, Matrician in fourth. Up front, Jesse Gianetto stretching it out, has almost a straightaway lead now in second place, Menninga. Gianetto working through the lap machine, gets stuck now behind the 49 of Adam Mason. White flag is out, white flag's out for your leader. Menninga continues to run second. Haygood though has closed dramatically. Menninga gets stuck behind the 19M of Joe McCarthy. Here comes Haygood on the bottom. Taking a look. Haygood runs hard through 3 and 4, not gonna be enough.
Yellow lights are off, race fans. Let's send them off. This is your Thursday night Advanced Auto Parts 360 Nationals feature event.
Matt Morrow, John Carney up front, Dave Middlesworth, Chris Walraven make up row 2, Randy Miller, Kerry Matson row 3, Ricky Logan, Don Drow Jr. round out the top 8 competitors. Keep your eyes on that 57X of Jake Peters. He's been very exciting the last 2 weeks down here at Knoxville Raceway, currently lines up 9th. This will be 20 laps for your Thursday night A-Main Advanced Auto Parts 360 Nationals feature number 1, getting set to go green.
Matt Morrow brings him around turn number 4 to the wide line. Green flag's out and we're underway.
Carney jumps out to lead on the front stretch as everyone stacks up behind Walraven.
John Carney jumps out to the early lead. Matt Morrow running second. Then your battle for the third spot. Walraven and Madsen 2 by 2 into turns 3 and 4. Upside down in turn 4.
As they bring it to the white line side by side.
Oh, Ricky Logan and Jake Peters nearly getting together down in the front straightaway. John Carney again jumps out to the early lead. Matt Morrow getting a little better start there in second. Oh, Jake Peters way upstairs where Fonzie lives, gathering it back in, drags her down the front chute.
And you see Dave Middleswart getting crossed up.
Holy mackerel, race fans. We got them racked up and stacked up all over the place.
There you saw Randy Martin now move past Kerry Madsen for 5th. The front 4 have kind of left him behind. We got Carney up front, Morrow in 2nd. Randy Miller runs 3rd, Don Drought Jr. running 4th now, closing on Miller as they work through turn number 1.
Don Drought Jr. working on Randy Miller, reeling him in off turn number 2 down the back straightaway as his teammate John Carney. He's got the wick turned up and the kite string out as he races down the front. Shoot your race leader. Matt Morrow running 2nd. Randy Miller with all kinds of company and Don Drought Jr. race for 3rd and 3. Side by side, Don Drought Jr. slides to the bottom side, got it, takes over 3rd. Oh, Randy Miller back on the dot.
Miller now has 3rd, Drought back to 4th as they battle down the back straightaway. Drought now takes a look on the high side of Miller through 3 and 4. Side by side coming out of 4, Miller low, Drought high, Drought has it. Martin now is moved up to the 5th position right behind Miller. Now he looks to the inside of Miller through 1 and 2.
John Carney lapping cars into turn number 3 with only 6 laps in the book. Lap 7 coming up as he works down the front chute. 7 laps are in the books as John Carney from Ozaki, Kansas works into turn number 2, your race leader.
And there you see the 57D, Rodney Drought slows on the front stretch. Rodney tried to make it to the infield, did not, may have it enough momentum to get himself to the infield, brings out the yellow flag. The yellow flag is out for Rodney Drought and the Lifer Concrete and Construction number 57D. Carney picks up the pace coming out of turn number 4.
Look at Don Drought Jr. snake by Matt Moore on the bottom side of turn 1. Tried to reel in John Carney down the back straightaway, not gonna do it quite yet.
There we see Jake Peters now working the high side on Kerry Madsen, now ducks underneath. It's your battle for 7th currently.
Matt Morrow working on Randy Miller down the back straightaway for 3rd as Randy Martin tries to get in the mix there. Randy Martin currently running in the 5th spot. Kerry Madsen 6th now. Jake Peters works on the high side of Madsen. Your race for 6 as they go into turn 2. Jake Peters moving around Kerry Madsen down the back straightaway. Halfway this time by, halfway.
Up front, Carney continues to stretch it out on his teammate, Don Drought Jr. Matt Morrow continues to run 3rd, Miller 4th, Martin 5th. Up to 6th, Jake Peters 7th, Kerry Madsen. 8th is Ricky Logan, 9th, Tony Norman. Rounding out the top 10, Larry Ball Jr.
BJ Bays pulls the car number 19 to the infield. He is done for the evening. As John Carney knocks the rust off, takes it down the back, shoots your leader. Don Drought Jr. still running 2nd, Matt Morrow 3rd. Now your race for 4th.
There we see Ryan Menninga jumping the cushion in turn number 1, pulls it back off the fence. Nice save by the youngster from Newton.
Randy Martin still working off turn 2, trying to make the move on Randy Miller down the back straightaway, but not gonna do it as now Jake Peters starts to reel in the car number 14 in turn 4. Your leaders now with eyes of traffic down the back straightaway. John Carney and Don Drought Jr., who runs in that 2nd spot, have all kinds of lap traffic ahead. Keep your eye on the race for 1st.
Yeah, there you see Don Drought Jr. now reeling in his boss for the evening, John Carney. Carney Motorsports dominating this event. Now Jr. goes low on Carney through 3 and 4, pulls up beside him.
How about this, race fans? Your race is for the lead. John Carney with his teammate right behind him, and Don Drought Jr. They go nose to tail into turn 3. John Carney goes low, Drought goes high, lap traffic ahead. Now Drought shoots to the bottom side by side down the front chute. 3 wide into turn 1. Drought Jr. with the advantage by a nose. Down the back chute, Carney slingshots around him on the high side.
Well, I'll tell you what, apparently there's no team orders here tonight as Don Drow Jr. is giving his boss, John Carney, all he can handle at this point.
John Carney still with the advantage, but Don Drow Jr. is all over him. John Carney showing the way in lap traffic as Don Drow Jr. tried to show his hand early, now settling back in that second spot.
There we see Jake Peters now has moved past Randy Martin for 5th. Peters is up to 5th, Martin is 6th. Madsen continues to run 7th.
Again, your race for the lead. White flag, 1 to go. Don Drow Jr. pulls to the bottom side by side. They race into turn 2. If Don Drow Jr. wants it, he's going to have to come and get it as they race down to turn 3. Off turn 4, Justin Zock.
Carney brings him off turn number 4, holds off. Don Drow Jr. picks up the win. And John Carney holding off Don Drow Jr. A big night for Carney Motorsports.
The first winner of the qualifying feature event for this evening. This would be the Thursday night feature event qualifying winner. Give it up for John Carney! Let's go over here, partner. Gotta get behind her. Gotta get behind the sign, man. But it's been a while since you've been in the winner's circle, I know, but I'm gonna sneak in here behind you too, partner. I'll tell you what, you know, I don't know if you should take time off or not, because I kind of miss you coming up every week, but you sure have looked pretty good the last couple times I've seen you race, especially tonight.
Well, I got one thing to say.
Yeah, Knoxville! Woo! I think you might be a little bit excited.
You know, I asked Don to drive the car, and I'm going to tell you, Don Drow is a class act. He's one hell of a racer. I couldn't even hold a candle to him on a weekly show. I was fortunate enough to start on top, on the front, and tell you what, these guys, Mike, like Terry McCarl told you a couple weeks ago, you could have drove this car, but I don't know if they make a seat that big, but we'll be okay.
You know, you only been back 2 weeks and you're already starting on me, man. You're already starting on me. But good job. Yeah, you mentioned earlier that if Don passed you wasn't going to pay him at all, man. You almost had to fire him.
Well, I had gotten some lap traffic there, and I seen a white car on the inside of me, and I thought, you know, because on that yellow, I looked up there and I said, that damn Drow's already 3rd, and I thought, I seen that white car on the inside of me, and I thought, I bet that's him. So I put my other elbow up, and I tell you what, I work out every day, but I gave myself a workout. I need to get up in the morning and about to run another mile. So I'm glad. I want to thank everybody on my crew, Jody, Dad, Mofus, Steve Johnson, all those guys. Without them, this wouldn't be possible. My parents for supporting me, my wife. Believe me, my wife, and especially my family at home, puts up a lot of stuff with me. I'm telling you guys, you got to remember, I told this on the radio last week. I've been racing since I was about 6 years old, and I've been driving for about 12 years. But the first 3 weeks I announced my retirement, my wife told me, you better either go back to racing or we got to find something else to do. So I thought I'd better come back to racing, but no. If it wasn't for all my crew and my parents, I said this in a banquet last year when I won the championship. If I was driving for anybody besides my parents, I'd have been fired a long time ago because there's a hell of a scrap pile behind my shop. It's 12 years long. So I'm just glad to be back. I want to thank everybody for coming out. I know it's been a long night. If you guys want to, when you get down the races, come down. And I got some autograph cards I'll give out. And I'll talk to everybody. Without you fans, I wouldn't be back here either. So I thank everybody for coming out.
Sounds good. But you've been racing since you were 6 years old, you said?
No, I've been driving since I was 12. My family's been around racing all their life. I've been around it all my life. But like I say, I told somebody last week, sometime I must be leading a pretty sheltered life because I'm an avid hunter and a racer. And if it's not hunting or racing, I don't like it. I went out and bought me a pontoon, went out on the lake a couple weeks in a row, and I get kind of tired of just sitting around there 10 hours, 12 hours a day looking at people. And I'm sure they get tired of looking at me too. So I'm glad to be back in Knoxville. I hope we can just carry this on tomorrow night. I've got some stiff competition. I want to thank Emmett for bringing his guys in here, ASCS. And Emmett, I'm going to get you talked into this. I want to buy some stock in that chili bowl. So I'm going to talk to you here in a little bit.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to get out of the way. The thing that amazed me, I didn't know you had race cars back when you were 12 years old. So, ladies and gentlemen, one more time, we like harassing each other in the winner's circle tonight. He got her done for the first qualifying feature of the Advanced Auto Parts 360 Nationals. Give it up for John Carney. We do want to mention that Greg Wisseroff and Darrell